All right, gentlemen, get your tape measures out. We're gonna start with some measurements. We're gonna start the video off by going over and showing you what average actually looks like, and then we're gonna get into the meat, so to speak, of this video, all right? So there was a study done. They interviewed basically 55,000 men from around the world. They said, get a tape measure. Here's how you measure it. We want to know how big it is, when it's soft, or when it's hard, in terms of length, in terms of circumference. And what they found is right here, all right? This is the average male circumference of big owls around the world, all right? 4.59 inches, all right, in terms of length. The average male erect penis is 5.16 inches long. 68% actually fall between 4.5 and 6.3 inches. 68% of guys. Only 2.5% of guys are longer than 6.9 inches. And on the flip side, only 2.5% of guys are shorter than 3.9 inches. What does this mean? You probably are average. So in terms of length, most of you guys are absolutely solid. That is not the issue. In terms of being pleasurable for the spicy señoritas, it's really more about the thickness and like filling it up like girth-wise, which is a problem considering the fact that most dudes are under 5 inches. And I measured this bottle and it's basically average for dudes. And it looks like this, right? Your thumb wraps all the way around, right? Like that's average. It doesn't look super big to me. It didn't when I was about that big, which is why I had insecurities. Like I've mentioned in a bunch of videos, I was always insecure about my size. It really wasn't about the length. I was always fine, like around 6, but I was never like thick. The other thing that you need to understand, and the reason why I'm actually doing this video, is that as you age as a man, Big Al, starts to shrink. Yeah, both in length, but more importantly, in girth. It's going to get thinner. Exactly. A thinner, softer, weaker erection is bad. Today, guys, I'm going to actually tell you why it happens, but I'm also going to tell you how to actually make it bigger and thicker and basically more pleasurable. Real quick, I am down below going to link to a product that I've used and I know that it works, all right? It's the Bathmate. It's a hydro pump. You use it in the shower. I'm gonna tell you about this a little bit later in the video, but real quick, I'm gonna link to this down below. If you are somebody that wants a harder, thicker, bigger, thicker, did I mention thicker wiener? I want you to hit that link down below. I've used this now for a few years. I absolutely love it, but more than me, my wife loves my new, bigger penis. So the first thing I wanna do is talk about why you start to shrink and what you can do to actually stop it. I'm also, at the end of the video, gonna go over the various options in terms of increasing size, all right? I'm also gonna share with you a little cocktail that I take when I know that I'm probably gonna get some action later in the night. It's definitely been super effective. I'm gonna share my personal cocktail of supplements a little bit later in this video. So the first thing you gotta understand is every dude in the middle of the night, you're getting spontaneous like erections. Basically, this is your body training, right? The idea is that it's going to basically just stimulate it. It's going to get blood flowing to it. It's going to stimulate the nerves. It's kind of like working out, right? You do bicep curls, you fill it with blood, it gets big, it gets hard, it gets engorged. And then the next time you go back, boom, you're doing it again. Over time, right? It gets bigger, it gets harder, it gets stronger. Well, if you don't go to the gym, you're gonna get soft and doughy and your biceps are gonna shrink. Same thing happens to your Big Al if you're not routinely getting hard, blood, engorged, filled erections. Over time, as you age, you're still getting them, but they're not as good, firm, hard, and filled with blood as they used to be. And some guys stop getting them at night altogether, which is definitely going to impact your size. When most guys think about fitness, they focus on, their body, their biceps, their glutes, their hamstrings, their abs, but they neglect their erection health, honestly, which is something that you need to prioritize as you get older, which is why it's so incredibly important to routinely fill it up with blood, get an erection, and take care of business, whether or not it's by yourself or with a partner. It's important. And that's one of the reasons why the whole no fap thing, in my opinion, is terrible. It doesn't facilitate the workouts, if you will, of your junk. Don't smoke, right? Nicotine, a vasoconstrictor, it's gonna reduce blood flow. And the thing that I would highly recommend is to grab a Bathmate. And it's not just about what it does to you in terms of physical size. It's what it does to you in terms of health. If you want a big out that not only is hard and rock solid, it's gonna work like forever, you need to start doing something in order to facilitate that, because if you don't, it will over time start to shrink. Hit the link down below if you guys want to grab one of these. If you go through my link, you're going to get it for a deal. Now, this is the Hydro Extreme. It is the top of the line pump, but honestly, I love this. I tried all three versions. This is the one I would recommend. The suction is better. And the reason why the Hydro or the water pumps are better than like all the other pumps on the market is because the water is actually beneficial. It's going to support you when you're in there and hold you so you don't hurt yourself. It also is going to basically facilitate, because of the warm water, it's going to facilitate healing faster, and it's a more pleasurable, comfortable experience. One of the things that I feel I didn't do a good job basically explaining in earlier videos that I talked about this is why this is so incredible for guys, not only that want to be bigger or thicker, but guys that are just getting older. Because most guys will experience some form of ED, not to mention thickness shrinking as you start to age. And this basically is not only helping you stop that, it's going to help you maintain hard, firm, incredible, rock solid erections, but it also simultaneously is going to make you thicker, because when I used it, I've been using it now for a few years, that was the thing that really changed the most, all right? I gained a little bit of length, but more importantly, I gained thickness. All right, I never considered myself to be like a thick dude. I was about average before. Now I am like thick. I'm just throwing it out there. It works. And the difference is amazing. I'm going to link down below to my special landing page, the Bathmate, if you guys are interested in grabbing a deal on this incredible product. It has truly been a game changer, not only for my junk, but more importantly, it's my confidence. Some other options to make it thicker. Number one is fat injections. They'll literally like inject fat like underneath the skin into the wiener. Problem with this, all right? It can be a little bit lumpy, the fat can actually move, and the cost is between like $3,000 and $10,000. The second option is dermografts or tissue grafts. And what they'll do is they'll open up like the skin on your wiener, and they'll put more like skin stuff, like it's a graft, inside your wiener, all right? Problem with this, there are a lot of problems, but the main one is the price. It's $10,000 to $20,000. And the last option is what is called a pneuma, all right? A pneuma is basically like a silicone sleeve that they have developed that basically gets implanted like underneath the skin, and this will make you bigger and thicker. With this, you're gonna gain like 1.5 inches to like 2 inches of girth, both when you're just soft, but also when you're hard. Think of it, it's like a silicone sleeve, right? Think of like a bike handle. It's just like that's how I think of it. It's not really what it looks like, but anyway, that's the option. The other option, like we talked about, are vacuum devices. These things work, I know they do. Something else that works is basically something to help you boost nitric oxide production in your body. Now, nitric oxide is kind of like the spark or the ignition for good, amazing erections, all right? It's gonna basically signal to your body, yo, blood vessels, relax, open up, let more blood flow into the main vein. And so I will take these two supplements. I will take 2 tablets of L-arginine, 1,000 milligrams, and then I will take 2 750 milligram capsules of L-citrulline, all right? These two bad boys are amino acids, they are natural, and they are going to facilitate the nitric oxide production, and honestly, from my experience, they make it amazing. And not only does it get like hard, it stays up, if you know what I mean. And so like after I'm done, right, I'm still like actually like pretty ready to go. It's a combination of everything, right? But I am like, I'm a champ. I'm a champ these days. Anyway, guys, I wanted to do this video because I know that a lot of you are worried about your size. The truth is, most of you, in terms of length, are totally cool. Thickness could be better, could be more pleasurable, and hopefully after this video, you know what you need to do in order to not shrink or get smaller as you age. Because as we age as men, the blood flow goes down, testosterone drops, and the erections get smaller.